Now, is it just me, or do some indies really put out some amazing titles? Now, speaking of, I've been looking at some upcoming indie titles which I'm absolutely excited for, and I think you should be as well. So, with that poor segue in mind, we're going to look at 9 upcoming indie JRPGs that you don't want to miss. But before we get cracking on with the list, hello, John aka Chicken Fillets here. If you like JRPGs, indie JRPGs, and a wee Scottish guy talk about, well, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now, of course, this is not the be-all end-all of lists. There will be some titles that have still to come out that I'll have missed out, but you know what to do. Leave a comment down below and let everyone know what indie JRPG you're excited for. So let's kick off this list, and we're going to have a look at Hermit and Pig. So this has been developed and published by Heavy Lunch Studio, and it's set to release on PC, and it has a release date of January 22nd, 2026. So in this title, we're going to be playing as a reclusive hermit with his truffle hunting pig, who during a mushroom foraging quest gets pulled into a corporate conspiracy. This game features various mechanics based around funny social anxiety and foraging for those mushrooms. It also combines turn-based and timed combat. Now, I became aware of this quirky, colourful title during the last Steam Fest. Now, at the time of recording, I want to say that was back in October of 2025. And what really stood out was, like I said, very colourful, bright, and I was also really taken with the emphasis that you're playing as a truffle hunter. And just the name, Hermit and Pig. When you're looking at the trailer as well, you know, the combat looks really fun. How they're getting all spaced out depending on the mushrooms that they've had. Yeah, it looks trippy. It just looks a lot of fun. Now, I have downloaded a demo for this, so I'm looking forward to finally sinking my teeth into this one. I just think this looks really fun. I wanted to push this out here because, you know what, indies deserve it. Any spotlight I can give to any game is worth it. And honestly, I think Hermit and Pig's going to have a little cult following here if it does well. Yeah, Hermit and Pig, there we go. So, now you're going to have to take my apologies for this next entry because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but we'll try. So it's Ugomeku Note, which is being developed and published by Kagaya and is being released on PC and has a release date pending for 2026. So this is a handcrafted RPG made in RPG Maker MV. We'll be playing as a hero chosen to embark on a colourful, quirky adventure. The battle system mixes rhythm and action-based attacks, and there is a message hidden in a notebook which drives the story of the main character. Now, this, you can see straight away, this is the only real trailer footage that is available for this title. But when I saw this, I think it was advertising on X or Twitter, however you want to call it, and what instantly stood out was this hand-drawn style. It just looks so quirky, you know, and when you have such a distinct visual aspect to your game, that's what's going to pull people in, and that's certainly what's pulled me in. I'm going to definitely be keeping an eye on this one. I think that this is worthwhile to put on your wish list just to keep an eye on the progress of it. It looks fantastic with a hand-drawn. It's like literally someone's got a notebook and decided to make their own RPG in a notebook. I just think this is a fantastic one. Keep an eye on it. Now, going on to the next entry is another one which I spotted via the last Steam Fest, and it's called Saveseeker. Now, this one's being developed and published by Paper Sword Games, and it is being released on PC. There is no solid release date for this yet. But in this, we're playing as a girl who inherits her father's power to save moments in time. With her toy dragon companion, she must overwrite corrupted save points left by her father and travel across 6 distinct lands. Unique turn-based combat includes time limit. I'm going to get through a video without stuttering with this one. Right, let's say that again. Unique turn-based combat includes time manipulation. We got there. So this one, again, I've downloaded a demo for it. It's all uploaded and ready to go. But I really liked the look of this one. And the emphasis is the character that we're playing at is the daughter of the original hero of the story, where the hero has gone through and defeated all the villains of the world and then turns bad himself. And it's up to the daughter to, solve this problem, possibly fight her own father. And you're recruiting all the past villains that the father has beaten on his journey. I just think this is a kind of a really fantastic story which is being presented to us. It looks colourful, it looks brilliant, and I'm looking forward to playing this on the demo version. I'll keep an eye on this one, and I'm sure it will be featured on the channel down the line. Now, another one which I did a dedicated video about when it got first announced, it's called Spark Ignites. It's being developed and published by Ignicorvus Studios, and it's being released on PC with no distinct release date set. Now, a bit about this game. It's a pixel fantasy JRPG where the Stars God's blessing grants one wish every century. Orphan Ash and Clover uncover the bloody truth behind it during their pilgrimage. Your choices matter and lead to multiple endings. So, this one really stood out to me when it first got announced because of its HD 2D graphics, but the actual backdrop which had been created was really finely detailed and the combat looked fun, etc. Now, I will say that there was a demo released during Steam Fest, which, if you played the demo, I was kind of let down by it, but I'll tell you why. And you might be thinking, well, why are you pushing this one? And I'll get to it. So with the demo, unfortunately for some reason that they didn't release an English patch for this, which, a target audience you would want to think you would do that. But hey ho, the developer did come out during Steam Fest and said that they had ran out of time. But they'd used the feedback that they had received from players to improve the game further, and they'd be looking to include a new demo with all the changes that have been requested and the feedback, and they're also looking to prioritize an English demo as well. So I still really like the look of this game from the initial demos and the actual trailers, etc. I am looking forward to this. I still think that this is worth keeping an eye on. So yeah, Spark Ignites. Keep an eye on this one. I think it's going to be something special. Now, a game which visually looks special. It's Away From Home. This is being developed by Squishy and Cameron Smith-Randick and will be published by them as well. It's being released on PC and it has a release date set for December the 4th, 2025. So with this, it's a rhythm-based RPG with detailed pixel art and expressive animation, which you can see from the trailers, set in a fun world of colourful characters where you'll disrupt the peace and engage in story-rich JRPG mechanics tied to rhythm gameplay. So with this as well, this is one that I've been keeping an eye on for a while because of the gorgeous pixel artwork with this. There is currently a demo available for this game where you're able to experience the rhythm-based combat and get a feel for this title. This is one that I really think is going to do well. Just again, it's got such a unique style behind it. Now, there is a lot of pixel art games out there, but not with this level of detail. This just looks fantastic. Away From Home, I've been really excited for a good while. And again, it's not long until this title comes out. This is November when this video is being recorded. It's only just down a couple of weeks down the line. I'm excited, and so should you. Now, a game which is a little bit further off, but it's currently in development, is Seed of Nostalgia. Now, this is being developed and published by Primitive Pixels and is being released currently on PC. Now, I understand that there is been a successful Kickstarter, meaning that this title will come to all modern platforms, so that is great news. So in this is a beautiful pixel art JRPG following Attila and a cast of characters on a quest to save their dying world. So the game features turn-based combat as well, and it's an homage to 90s JRPGs. Now, I've talked about Seed of Nostalgia on this channel for a good while, and I do really like this one. I think this is going to be a fantastic game. It got crowdfunded so quickly. It was really great watching all the stretch goals being achieved as well. It is going to be an exciting pixel art, and every time I see more of this game with updates, and there's been new artwork released, there's been the logos being updated, everything about this game just really, I always get hyped for it. Seed of Nostalgia, it's going to be a while until this one comes out now. On the Kickstarter page, it says 2028. I think that's, I'd like to think it'll come out earlier than that, but I think they're giving themselves that breathing room just in case, which is fine. You know what? We want a game to be fully complete, bug-free. If we have to wait, we'll have to wait, but keep an eye on it. It does look awesome. Now, a game which definitely looks awesome, and I've called it the Indie JRPG Avengers. It is Infinite Alliance. So this is being developed by Critical Games, published by Electric Airship, and it will be available on release on PC. Now, this will also be released on all modern consoles. Now, the great thing with this as well is that this will be a free game overall. All the sales of the physical versions, I think that it is coming out, will be, all donations will go to charity. I'll tell you why all this has come about in a bit, but let's talk a little bit about the game. So, as I mentioned, it's a free crossover JRPG that unites characters from more than 13 independent JRPGs. So, for example, you've got characters from the likes of Chained Echoes, Jack Move, and also the next two entries on this list. So, the characters have been stranded on a dead world, and you must engage in turn-based combat. So, yes, as I mentioned, this is the Indie JRPG version of the Avengers, bringing in a massive cast of characters and uniting all these successful indie JRPGs which have either been released or still upcoming. Now, this is done by the developer of 8-Bit Adventures 2 Critical Games, so you know that you're going to have a quality game here. Now, the reason that this is being released for free, what they wanted to do was basically come together and advertise all their games in one game. So the game is free, and anything from the physical sales will go to charity. And what they essentially want to be doing is pulling people towards their games. So they want people to support by picking up all their individual JRPGs. So, for example, if you play this and you've never played 8-Bit Adventures 2, support Critical Games by buying that one. Or, Chained Echoes, etc. All the ones on this game you'll want to support. I think this is going to be amazing. It's going to be a shorter JRPG. I'm sure Josh from Critical Games will put his little tag, "Hello, developer" here. Well, I remember him saying about 5 to 10 hours. I think this gameplay will be. Hey, look, it's free. It's an indie JRPG, and it's going to be fantastic. Now, I alluded there that the next two entries were going to be linked to Infinite Alliance. So one which is upcoming for this is Eternal Remnant, the first chapter. This is being developed and published by Arc Finder Studios. It will be released on PC, and it has a release date window of 2026. So in this, we're going to be following a brother-sister duo known as Vera and Aaron on the run, carrying a cursed power. They must fight, explore, and scavenge across a world to reach this city of Sunspire. This is a classic-style 2D turn-based JRPG with an emotional narrative and survival element. So, yes, the two main characters in this will be featured in Infinite Alliance. This is how I came to be aware of this game. This one does look like a fun turn-based combat JRPG, and it is reminiscent of the classic era of JRPGs with its 2D sprites. This one really looks fun. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'm pretty sure there is a demo as well. I'll need to check up on this. Let me just pause my recording and double check. So I just checked Steam, and yes, this does have a free demo available if you want to try before you buy. So the last entry is My Familiar, which is being developed and published by Chinsey Inc. and will be released on PC. And the release date has still yet to be announced. So we wake up as a fresh familiar in the mean streets of Wish City, a corrupt world filled with dysfunctional demons. So this combat is over-the-top turn-based combat where you'll be playing as familiars, which include weird and whimsical characters. So for example, a party fowl, a robber baroness, a jacked luchador duck, and, in the words of this description, a purple rabbit goblin rat thing. Yeah, and it has cartoon violence, etc. You know what? This one looks absolutely fantastic. I remember seeing this one before it was highlighted on Indie Quest, and this will be featured in Infinite Alliance, as I mentioned before. Now this one is just pixel perfect by the design. There is a demo available for this, which I've mentioned in a previous video before that I couldn't get the demo properly working, and I realized what the issue was. What it was is that the controller scheme wasn't linking up. So I've mapped the buttons so I could get this working, and it is ace. It is so cool, and I just think this is going to be one which a lot of people are going to fall in love with. The demo has already sold me on the game. I was already sold on just what I've seen from trailers alone. This one I'm really excited for. I can't wait to find out more when it eventually does get released. And I think this is one that you want to get wishlisted onto your Steam account. Now, I forgot to mention as well throughout the video, all the games that I've talked about today, they're in the description down below. There's all the links to the Steam pages where you can wishlist every single game. Honestly, get on it, support Indie JRPGs, indie developers. They are the future when it comes to games. So, there we have it, 9 upcoming Indie JRPGs you don't want to miss. Is there any that I've missed out? Of course there is. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you like what you're hearing and seeing on this channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell. This has been John, aka Chicken Fillets, and until next time, tatty bye.